This poem is called 2152, as in the year 2152, and it is looking far into the future, and a dark future it is that it envisages. And it is a parody of a poem by Sophie, who is an English poet, who wrote a, in the opinion of some, rather weak satire on Jeremy Corbyn in 2016 between the Brexit referendum and the leadership contest that autumn, titled "Corbyn Refuses to Go." She was looking forward to, basically whatever happens, he's not going to resign. And I rewrote this poem, her poem, for her as a helpful gesture last year. And 2152. It's 2152, and Cumbria is declared independence after a campaign during which they blew bits of Prince Eugenie all over Lake Windermere. There's a free market in carcasses throttled by the latest mutant. On Newsnight, Kirsty Wark mutters from her crypt, "We may have run out of ambulances, but at least we dodged the bullet that was Corbyn." London's dead have mostly been snapped up by a Russian oligarch with a place overlooking Hyde Park and a lifelong interest in taxidermy. Tonight, he's away to a party where he hopes to be introduced to the late Eddie Izzard, who, despite being dead, still sits on Labour's national executive. Mock the Week is 7 skeletons rattling in unison at something one of them belched about Diane Abbott. The country's now being led by one of Andrew Neil's more senior pubic lice. On the BBC, Suzanne Moore's hair and a new strain of bacteria they found on Tony Parsons agree, at least it's not Corbyn. Brits from the 6 disease-ridden bits into which the kingdom has now splintered have been barred from entering Bulgaria, Guatemala, Yemen. But news of this is drowned by Ian Hislop's skull chuckling at something Andrew, Duke of York, now reincarnated as a fungus, just said about Corbyn. Jess Phillips hasn't blown her trombone in 132 years, and Starmer's deported so many Jews from the Labour Party, he's received a congratulatory telegram from IG Farben. He shared it just now on Twitter as proof he's not Corbyn. And I would like to dedicate that poem specifically to my fellow countryman, Mr. Dara Briain, the MC of Mock the Week, for having run a satirical show during the entirety of Jeremy's leadership of the Labour Party, during which, as far as I am aware, not one joke was made about Margaret Hodge. Now, to me, Margaret Hodge is a very, very amusing comedic character, but I think it's extremely interesting that no jokes were made about the Dame. And I'd like to dedicate it to that poem to Dara O'Brien and friends.